as everyone was very upset about the pension and everyone was on social media and we were in our groups and we were talking, there was different groups like Kentucky Alliance and Black Lives Matter, and the gang bill was just getting no attention. And so as soon as we started mentioning, you know, how do teachers feel about, can you say, as long, you know, you're gonna call your legislator, you're gonna tell them, say no to this and no to that and no to this, add the gang bill too. A lot of people got blocked. A lot of people were called divisive. And the relationships haven't mended. And so right now, our district is being taken over and it could be retaliatory for a state takeover. The governor has called a state takeover, and the reason being is because, the gang bill. So the gang bill, the legislation says that the police can stop and frisk 3 or more people walking down the street. So with our kids and the demographics that we have, we're an urban, even though Kentucky, it don't sound, but in Louisville, it's an urban city. And our kids we are over-policed by the police, like certain communities are over-policed. And so this will directly affect the children that live in those areas. So I thought, and a lot of people thought that it was fitting for teachers, since you want to, or you say that you care about these kids, that you at least call and tell your legislators say no. But like I said, we were kicked out and we were called divisive. So at this point, our district now is being targeted because they have not done anything for the Black and brown kids. We have achievement gaps, we have high disproportion, we're disproportionately suspended more, we're disproportionately arrested more, we're disproportionate, like all the things that we know the school to prison pipeline that's going on. Now the governor is using that to say we need to take over your district because you're not doing right. And now all of a sudden, our teachers and our union leadership is looking to us like, help us, we need buy-in from the community. But like I said 2 weeks ago, you didn't want to talk about the gang bill. Yeah, now all of a sudden, this district wants to come in and take over our district because we haven't been doing the Black and brown kids right, and now you need our help. And in one of those meetings, the first thing that I said was, okay, union folks and community folks, the first thing that we need to do is admit that we haven't done a good job. And I got pushed back. No. The state takeover is about democratic process. And that we elect these school board members and it should be about that. And I'm like, but can we just at least admit it? And so it's still a struggle. I don't know if it's because of the state that we live in. They're not as progressive as I wish they would be, but we definitely need help on that.
Tia and I live in Louisville, Kentucky, the home of the Kentucky Derby and Muhammad Ali. Jennifer Lawrence and Tom Cruise. And there's others, but anyway. There's an area in our city that's in the 40203 zip code, which is one of the poorest zip codes in the country. And in that area called Beach Terrace, 90% of the families have some kind of felony conviction. And they are, of course, people of color. So we are excluded. We can't go into the schools and participate with our kids because you got to fill out a paper, and the paper wants your criminal background. And if you have a felony, well, you could be with your child, but what about the other kids in the classroom? So we have the gang bill that Tia was talking about. That's to target us, target our kids. We also have SROs, which are school resource officers in the school. and they frisk our kids. Just think about, they abuse our kids. We even had a case where what you see on TV where the police officers are beating black folks, they're doing the same thing to our kids. So we want the school associations, the unions, to do something about that. They don't look at that. Like Tia says, they want our help when they want to keep the state from taking over our school district. But yet and still, the way they treat our kids. And that's something that we have to work out, and we're working on it. And we are not going to back down about it. But it is really a problem.